What's up everybody, Madam back once again for another review, and this time we're going to be getting into Terrifier. But before we get into that, I just want to apologize for not making a video lately. I've been super busy doing light tech for Sister Act up at my local community theater, the poster which you can see behind me, but I'm super excited to get back to talking movies again.
Lies and subterfuge.
Excuse me?
Well, what about those 2 seasons of Peaky Blinders you binged over the last couple weeks?
That was for, research purposes. Yeah. Research.
Sure. And what were you researching? How to be a 1920s British gangster?
I don't know. Maybe. You don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Oh no, my friend. I know exactly what you've been doing. Watching Friends for the 3rd time! Ah!
I'm calling, but no one will be hearing.
Oh boy, guys, here we go. Terrifier. So I'd heard a lot about this movie before going into it. Lots of people saying it's one of the most underrated, must-see indie horror slashers of the past while, which filled me with a lot of excitement when I finally got the chance to watch it on Netflix. And fuck me, this movie sucks. I am seriously in such a state of disbelief right now. And normally I'm not even this outward with my opinion so early on in the review, especially whenever it's so contrary to what the general consensus is. But I seriously don't even know where to begin right now. I guess a good place to start is the story, or really the lack of one. To sum it up, which trust me, isn't that hard to do, a killer clown named Art stalks and massacres various people on Halloween night. That's it. And I know what you're thinking. It's a slasher movie. What story does there need to be beyond a masked maniac hacking people to bits? Well, in genre favorites like Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, there's at least a semblance of a story to follow along with whilst the killings are happening. This just isn't the case here. All you get is random shells of people that they call characters wandering aimlessly around an abandoned warehouse for 80 minutes, practically wearing "kill me" signs wrapped around their neck. And like I said, this movie only features hollow shells for characters, meaning that they have no personality, no motivations, and absolutely no fucking reason for you to root for them to survive until the end. They're just bodies upon seemingly endless bodies whose only purpose they serve is to add to the final death count tally at the end of the movie. One of the very basic foundations of a good slasher flick is to at least have some likable characters to root for. That way you can pull at least a little emotion whenever your favorite character gets killed off. This movie just simply doesn't have that. Mostly. I'm going to get into a bit of spoilers real quick, so if you haven't seen this movie, do skip to the timestamp somewhere down at the bottom of the screen. Our somewhat leading lady, Tara, played by Jenna Cannell, who some of you might remember from The Bye-Bye Man, does a pretty good job here. She's the only semblance of a likable character, and ultimately you do root for her to survive. And they kill her off at approximately the halfway point. And not only do they kill her off, oh no, they kill her off in the most unceremonious way imaginable. With a fucking gun! This was the point in the movie where I went from passively hating it to full-blown, unadulterated rage. Because from here on out, it's just bodies. Bodies upon fucking bodies in this seemingly endless, metric fuck-ton of piss and bullshittery. And we're back in the spoiler-free territory, everyone, but unfortunately, it's not getting any better. Because here's some more deplorable shit in this movie as its sorry excuse for a fucking score. Let's start out with the wailing, alarm-like bass line that seeps its way into your eardrum like the plague, rotting your brain, causing it to leak out from every orifice on your body, only then to proceed to fuck you in those same orifices with the same boring-ass 3-second music loop every time a supposedly suspenseful scene rolls around. It's obnoxious, and I'm gonna have nightmares about it for weeks. But really, the cardinal sin of this movie? Just how fucking boring it is. This movie is under 90 minutes long. That's less than an hour and a half. I should not have been checking the runtime every 15 minutes to see how long I had before this thing was done. It's just so damn tedious and dull. Here's the formula. Person randomly wanders around the warehouse, seemingly aimlessly. Art the super clown shows up, kills him, and on to the next. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and fucking repeat until this thing ultimately crashes into the wall, burns itself out, and ends. Thank fucking God. But now that I've bitched, moaned, whined and complained, I will give credit where credit is due, because there are some things that I enjoyed in this movie, believe it or not, albeit them few and far between. First is Art the Clown himself, played by David Howard Thornton. He's very entertaining for the most part whenever he's on screen, and he completely and totally embodies the character of Art. He apparently did some work as a mime in the past, which I can only imagine helped with his characterization, and I really wouldn't mind seeing him return to the character in the future because overall his work here is pretty damn excellent. The other thing is, the practical effects surrounding the kills in this film get a huge thumbs up from me. 90% of the time they're very well done, and it gives the movie an old school type of vibe. Most of the kills are pretty creative, all of them bloody as can be, and it's just an element that I think is sorely missing from a lot of horror movies nowadays. And with that, I think that pretty much wraps this up. Despite the acclaim and lauding from horror fans around the world, I just had a terrible time with Terrifier.
Boo! You suck!
Fuck you. Anyway, despite going into this as positively as possible and with a bunch of praise behind it, this movie just didn't work for me on multiple levels, despite having some high points here and there. And for those reasons, I gotta give Terrifier a 28 out of 100. And that's it for this review of Terrifier. If you've seen Terrifier, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. It was actually in a poll on my Facebook page that got tied with The Lodgers, so The Lodgers will be my next review. Hopefully I don't take 2 weeks to a month to make that one. And also, every week in October, I'm going to be doing a little series called Hallow Rewind, where I go through some of the movies and shows that originally got me into the genre as a child. Anyway, hope you guys have been doing well. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you guys feel like doing. Happy Halloween season, and I'll see you guys next time.